the last two questions I addressed here had to do with bite changes related to TMJ problems and orthotic therapy. I did my best to answer these questions, but after reviewing those videos, there are a few additional points I'd like to make about this issue because it's a really common one and the cause of these bite changes is still kind of controversial. Just ask 10 random dentists why bite changes occur and you'll probably get several very different answers. In dental school, I remember being taught that the teeth have this mysterious eruptive force, which appears to drive them up out of the gums and alveolar bone. And this force continues to be active throughout a person's life, even after the tooth has completed its initial eruption through the gums and root development. Now, this is explained kind of like gravity. We know something is there causing an object to fall to the ground when I drop it, but we're not exactly sure what that is. Like gravity, the cause of this eruptive force is never really nailed down. But unlike gravity, this tooth eruption force can't even be measured. At least with gravity, I know that an object is going to fall to the ground at an accelerating rate of 9.8 meters per second every time I drop it. With this tooth eruption force, I can't even predict when it's going to happen or to what degree. There are very definitely other forces on teeth, like compressive forces when we chew, clench, and swallow, and lateral forces that come from the tongue pressing outward in all directions, and the lips and cheeks which squeeze inward. The teeth move into and kind of stay within this neutral zone where the forces are equal from all directions. When we apply a new force or change these forces, the teeth will move. When we put braces on teeth, we intentionally add directional force to move the teeth where we want them. But if the neuromuscular patterns that are already there, especially during swallowing, stay the same when the braces are removed, the teeth will eventually find their way back to something similar to the original positions. This is why orthodontic therapy often relapses. So let's say I make a deprogrammer for a patient, like the NTI device seen here. Is this person going to continue to squeeze the teeth together even when wearing the device? The answer is almost certainly yes. And when the muscles squeeze, where will the force be absorbed? It's going to be absorbed by the front teeth and by the jaw joints. Over time, this will almost certainly lead to remodeling within the alveolar bone, driving the front teeth into their sockets, leading to what is known as an anterior open bite. Now, this isn't always why an anterior open bite occurs. Sometimes it's just positional, but this happens a lot, and you should know this before starting to wear one of these devices as a long-term solution for your TMJ problems or headaches. Now, what if I make an appliance that has the reverse mechanics, meaning the back teeth touch the orthotic but the front teeth are held apart? In this case, the forces from the muscles are going to be repeatedly absorbed by the ligamentous structures within the sockets of the back teeth, driving them persistently into those sockets, and this is going to cause regressive remodeling within the alveolar bone over time. This gives the appearance that the front teeth have supra-erupted, when in reality it's far more likely that the muscles have driven the posterior teeth into positions that allow for better full arch stability. And this isn't necessarily a bad thing if this helps with somebody's symptoms, and if the structures are stable over time under these conditions. But sometimes what this means is that phase 2 therapy is going to be necessary, and that might involve a removable partial denture or anodyne bite restorer. Some people might choose full mouth restorative dentistry with crowns and bridges, which should be built to that well-established neutral position that you found with your orthotic. And then other people might go the route of orthodontics and sometimes surgery. By far, in my practice, most of the patients we treat will experience some bite changes in the initial stages of orthotic therapy and TMJ rehab, but then as they work through the 12-week process, reducing daytime wear and practicing the exercises, that bite will begin to feel normal again, even though they continue to wear the orthotic at night. Hopefully that was an okay explanation and can give you a different perspective to consider on bite changes and why they occur. And if you have any other questions about what I just explained, because this is a bit of a paradigm shift, please ask in the comments below.